Secret Moon Base Conspiracy. Secret ancient alien base found on the Moon. A recent claim about the presence of an operational Moon base was made by Dr. Michael Salla, who works with the Chinese Space Agency in their attempts to achieve a manned mission to the Moon. If successful, this will be the first such landing since NASA's Apollo 17 in 1972. Salla also says that the base was the result of the military-industrial extraterrestrial complex. Even more outlandish were his comments that NASA was actively bombing such bases as well as ancient artifacts and facilities to cover up their existence. Furthermore, he has stated that secret mining missions were being carried out by a secret world government that had made a covered pact with an unknown extraterrestrial race. Like any such claims, make of them what you will. The Luna 13 photographs. This staggering photograph above, which appears to show an axle and wheels abandoned on the Moon's surface, was taken by the Luna 13 spacecraft following a successful Soviet moon landing on December 24, 1966. It was the second soft landing the Soviets had achieved, but only the first in the Sea of Clouds, where this photograph was taken. So what is the strange object lying abandoned on the Moon's surface? Where did it come from? Who left it there? Two other Soviet spacecraft, Luna 2 and Luna 5, had impacted the Moon at the Sea of Clouds prior to the Luna 13 landing, and speculation is that the axle and wheels might have belonged to one of these craft. But there is a problem with this theory. Luna 2 is known to have impacted the Moon at latitude 29.10 n, 100ths of miles from the site of the above photograph, while the precise details of Luna 5's crash site remain unknown. Moon base. Are there aliens on the Moon? According to Neil Armstrong, the first man to walk on the Moon, two massive alien spacecraft were waiting there to greet him as he and the Apollo 11 lunar module touched down on the Moon's surface in July 1969. Alleged conversations between Armstrong, Mission Control, and an unnamed professor also disclose the reasons behind the U.S. government's shock decision to cancel the Apollo moon landing program in 1973. It was in response to an alien warning. For the past 40 years the rumor mill has spun itself out of orbit with claims about what Armstrong actually said following his historic moonwalk. Though the images were grainy, and the quality of the transmission poor, millions of Americans nonetheless heard Armstrong's now immortal "one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind" speech. But it is what he is alleged to have said next that has caused such fierce debate, and no small controversy, across the intervening decades. Through the crackle and pop of what many believe was a deliberately contrived poor-quality broadcast, Armstrong was heard to say he could see a light on the rim of a nearby crater. Mission Control responded with a request for more information, following which the transmission went dead. For a full 2 minutes nothing was heard. Or was it? According to former NASA employee, Otto Binder, who worked on the Apollo program, U.S. radio hams picked up the following conversation, which was alleged to have taken place during the transmission blackout. Neil Armstrong, what was it? What the hell was it? That's all I want to know. Mission Control, what's there? Garbled transmission. Mission Control calling Apollo 11. Neil Armstrong, these babies are huge, sir, enormous. Oh, God, you wouldn't believe it? I'm telling you there are other spacecraft out there, lined up on the far side of the crater edge. They're on the Moon watching us. Though NASA has always denied the authenticity of the transmission, former NASA technician, Maurice Chatelain, revealed otherwise. The encounter was common knowledge in NASA, he said in 1979. But nobody has talked about it until now. Chatelain also confirmed radio communications were into NASA warned off. And there is further evidence of Apollo 11's alien encounter. According to several sources, color movie footage of the alien craft was shot by Armstrong's companion, Edwin Buzz Aldrin, the second man to walk on the Moon. These same sources claim the CIA took charge of the Luna alien base footage on Apollo 11's return to Earth. Even Armstrong himself is reported to have been silenced on the matter, though naturally he has always publicly denied this. Did several times during the Apollo 11 mission in order to keep the truth from the public. Luna base, according to many ufologists, is a newly discovered ancient alien base on the far side of the moon, example the side we never see. They say it was filmed by the Apollo astronauts and a number of probes on flyby missions. They also claim the base was an HQ for a massive mining operation using very large machines to likely extract valuable and rare particles found deep within the moon's rocks. They have evidence to suggest the base was vacated around 3,000 to 5,000 years ago. According to unnamed NASA sources, previous trips to the moon have failed to make visual contact with the base or indeed any other world inhabitants. Radio transmissions directed to the suspected alien bases remain unanswered. Pictures unreleased do show clear evidence of man-made structures and what looks like the fossilized remains of giant drilling machines. Sonar images confirm deep mines running in crisscross patterns below the surface area of the base. Conspiracy theorists claim NASA and the Secret Service are keeping the story under wraps.